Well, probably should have just stayed outside. Hey y'all, it's your girl Neil here, and we're gonna be playing Cohabitation. This is the most recent game demo from the developer who made Time is Solid. They're planning to have it done at the end of this month, so I mean, like, everything works out for a reason, and I'm just really excited to play it. So I know that was a lot, but anyway, let's just go ahead and get into it. Look at those colors. Ooh, some very interesting sprite work. What's up, Sharon? And look at us. Eesh. Hello again. Let's see. You are XM0124 of the Alikins race, longtime resident of, you guessed it, the planet Alika. Furthermore, this big old colorful rock you call home rotates at a measly speed of 100 Alikin lengths per quarter, Alikin day. Whatever that means. That means your nights are few and far between, and last just as long as your wearisome days. Depressing. How boring. It does, however, mean that your dreams are bloody crazy. I don't think I've ever seen Sharon's sprite smile like he's got some new animations going on. I mean, you would know it better than anyone. You're in one right now. Look at us. Yup. So I'm in a dream. Yep, buddy. Did the swirling black mass behind me not give it away? But anyway. It is strange for you to be the one asking questions. All I am is a reflection of your inner thoughts. Why would you look like that? But I also look weird. Guess it makes sense though, given the rarity of nights. Your species doesn't dream very often, and the dreams that do happen are all spaced out. In turn, your kin have failed to develop a dream sense when they dream, and always regress into the same pitiful amnesiac state. Kinda cute when you think about it, but annoying for me, because I gotta explain this stuff every time. Ooh, look at his eyes. He just looks really unimpressed with us. I digress. There's more important things to discuss. Listen, things are about to get shaken up, buddy. Big time. And I hate to say it, but the responsibility for it is gonna fall squarely on you. Because this is an RPG in some way. I'll tell you about it in the next room, when I could have just told you here. Really, I have to go to the next room? I've opened a pathway to the next room behind my cute old head. It is not. Follow me there. Got some things to say to you. Why can't you just... Sharon, you're so extra. Yes. Hello again from the backside. Now, what is your name? I know. You are XM0124 of the Alikins race. But I mean, what is your name? Like my name? Yeah. We're trying to do that fourth wall thing. What is your name? Yes. Kinda want to name him Sneasel. We'll just be us. I see. As Neo. What an interesting name. Now, as Neo, I must ask. Oh. Well, all these RPG sprites. Which of these beings best represents you? I like the way our sprite looks better, but okay. Yes. So be it. Ooh. Now, follow me into the next room. 'Cause that stuff didn't even matter. It was just to appease you. Now, from the front. This is the final room, I promise. I'm going to need you to tell me one last thing. Your species has no concept of a relationship as far as I know. This would make sense, given reproduction is pretty much handled by a single queen. But still, I need you to answer this question with utmost attention and honesty. Which one of these beings would you be most likely to call your partner? We're just gonna go with this guy. Yeah. He's like, it took you a long time. So be it. Listen, Esneo, or whatever you call yourself, we're approaching the end of the road for this dream anyway. And though you may soon wish you had never woken up, you must soldier on. The fate of life as we know it dangles ever so preciously. Oh, precariously in your appendages. So, no pressure. What a strange dream. A terminal whose sole use is to monitor and maintain your sleeping pod. Nothing seems to be awry. Despite what you may think, this is a computer. It is operated by putting one's eye up to the goggles and uses ocular movement as a means of control. You put your eyes inside. What commands do you wish to execute? Close your eyes. E-communications? You have 2 new e-communications. Do not reply. Hole detect. Subject. Photon analysis has detected a possible hole presence within Radio Warehouse 17. Current data has this location as your post. Please report to your supervisor for more information. Okay. From another person. Beyond critical. Report to me immediately after awakening protocol. All has been lost. That sounds pretty dire. Alright, so we unlocked our door and we're just gonna go. Well, geez, our room looks like all the other rooms. What's that say? There's a panel here. Placard. It says, office leftward, then down the hall. Left. Do y'all know your lefts from rights? What? It said down the hall and what? Left and down the hall. This has got to be it, right? Are we like the rat race or something? It took you damn long enough. Spent your sweet ass time cleaning your ear follicles, huh? Wherever our ear follicle is. What? Don't wet me, you maggot. Oh, we must be at war or something. Good lord, your dream amnesia might be worse than I thought. Now it's got you struggling to retain your memories in the real world. Believe me, if I had a way to keep my workers awake at all times, it would make things a lot damn easier around here. So, see, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I'm the general manager of Unit 17. This makes me the prime overseer of, among other things, Rations Bunker 17, Sleep Warehouse 17, and most importantly, Radio Tower 17, your location of employment. We'll just say Radio Tower. When it comes down to it, radio towers are the biggest hope for survival of our species. Say, do you even remember what the Hull are? Exposition time? I'll take that as a no. God damn it. Has it been 5 minutes yet? Time is of the essence now, but I gotta sit here explaining things to sleepyhead over here. Jeez. Well, you should know. Alkia is home to not just 1, but 2 intelligent species. There's us, the Alkeans, but then there's another. They are called the Hull. Terrifying beasts, all of them. Though not quite as intelligent as us, they're twice as deadly. And they can only live in darkness, which means when night rolls around, they're on the prowl. These well-lit and well-fortified buildings, however, are a means to keep us safe during the night. But somehow they found a way into the generators below our radio tower and destroyed them, taking over the tower in the process. Curse them. Been damn near 1,000 Alkia rotations since the last attack of this scale. We thought the barriers around the generators would stop anything. To make things worse, because it's been so long, a lot of our military equipment has been decommissioned anyway. Not that it would make much difference at this point. So Maggot, I'm sure you see where I'm going with this. That radio equipment is our ticket to contacting a planet capable of fostering life and getting the hell out of here. So I'm gonna need you to get in there. Get our transmitters and receivers and bring them back here, just like Sharon said. Do you understand? Yes. So get going, the clock is ticking. I gotta start waking up the next in line in case you don't come back. Why can't more than one of us go? That look on your face, you have no idea what's going on, do you? I almost feel bad about sending you to face the hall, but you know, that's how the world works. If your dream nausea is really that bad, you can brush up on our history in the hall using our records library behind me. Believe me, Maggot, you'll need it. I just unlocked my side door. With my eyes. Once you collect yourself, get your butt out of here. Oh, and take this. You obtained an earpiece auto translator. This is required for any Alkian who operates radio equipment. It uses machine learning to translate any communication it hears into our language. Only use it when you get to the receiver, just in case some miracle happens and we're contacted. But I don't want you to break it before then. Okay, so we have to read all this. Looks like there are some physical records here of Alkia's history. Which would you like to read? Maybe what we are, right? Alkia is a desert planet in barred spiral galaxy 1. And I will be saying Alkia very differently every time. Recorded history begins roughly 100,000 Alkia rotations ago, where a certain species evolved the ability to communicate. This species would soon learn how to conduct agriculture, form civilizations, and conquer their own landmass, and would come to be known as Alkians. Alkians subsist solely off planet species that thrive in the Alkian desert lands, and have engineered such crops to support their large populations. Further, their race consists almost entirely of males, with a single queen that gives birth to all Alkians. That's tough. Mating with the queen is done according to collective need. If a certain generation needs more miners, more 001 class Alkians will be permitted to mate. If our class calls for more scientists, higher classes will form the brunt of the breeding efforts. This is because it is believed that one's class is inherited. Given how most Alkians are proud to fill their respective roles, this seems to be inarguably true. The queen, who admittedly lacks an ability to communicate, has no problem with this status quo and passes on her role to a new queen every 1,000 Alkian rotations or so. Oh my god. Furthermore, as a society, us Alkians pride authority, caste, and duty to one species. Very few of us have thoughts of deviancy, criminality, or truancy, except for us. Those that do, however, are quickly sunned out. Though, as will be elaborated on in a later section, Alkians are unsure if they are alone in this galaxy. As a collective, we doubt that there would exist any other civilization with the same discipline and vigor as us. Okay. Now, in Time is Solid by the same developer, there's a lot of reading to do, like when you're talking to Sharon, which is the floating head that we saw in our dream, or more so the sprite that was in that game was called Sharon. so we had to get most of our information from him. But this game seems like it's going to be longer, perhaps, or more RPG than the other one. It's just me speculating because I didn't read what this one was about because I wanted to go in blind. Technological advances, history of Hull, warfare, search for planets. Alkeans were quick to adopt advanced technologies across the board. These came in two major forms. The first was computers. For thousands of Alkean rotations, Alkeans would solve massive problems in engineering through the use of countless conscripted 001 class citizens. Each citizen would line up in a row and work on a series of math problems, which were passed on to others in the group. Proficient solvers were promoted. Those that made mistakes were sundowned. That's pretty messed up. Just because you can't do math, I would be sundowned. For a while, this was sufficient, and Alkean society flourished. Much of our planet's greatest architecture and weapon systems were made using this method. However, it was eventually realized that this process of mass computation could be replicated by a series of connected transistors that could either be turned off or on. Upon this discovery, Alkean's computing revolution began. 001 class citizens, who were usually regulated to mass computation roles, were reconstructed into foot soldiers, miners, and hospital grunts to support Alkean's new path. The discovery of electronic computers furthermore laid the groundwork of our race's second prime advancement, quantum mechanics. Oh my gosh. This began when high-class Alkean scientists discovered that they no longer could build transistors any smaller, so it would violate the laws of physics. Faced with a blockade in computational progress, these scientists turned to theories that were once considered foolish and searched for answers. In doing so, they found a certain low-class Alkean who theorized that light could act as both a particle and a wave, based on behavior he witnessed when shining a light through an open slit. How is he low class? At the time, this citizen had both went against his caste and scientific consensus, and for this he was sundowned for being smart. But his theory of particles that can act outside the laws of physics as we knew them provided extremely useful. Alkean computer scientists, considered to be the true discoverers of quantum mechanics, called these objects qubits, and set about making transistors that can work with them. Their foundings were nothing short of extraordinary. Qubits had the ability to hold multiple values at once and transfer information instantaneously across great distances. Since then, nearly every aspect of Alkean society is based off of these quantum computers, and the scientists that created them were deemed the highest class of all. Oh my gosh. You might not have to read all this in this one, but we need to know what the history of Hull are, because they're our enemy. It should be noted that Alkean are not the only intelligent species that inhabit this planet. There exists another, called the Hull, by Alkean scientists. This species has been a terrifying puzzle since our first contact. While Alkeans are carbon-based life forms, the Hulls seem to be made largely of silicone. Furthermore, they seem to lack any consistency of appearance. Seemingly, the only thing that Hull citizens share in appearance is an ability to terrify. This is exacerbated by their diet. The Hull are known to live solely off of eating Alkeans. Because the Hull are most active in darkness, however, certain measures have been made to protect our race. Large, well-built buildings have been erected. Outside travel at night is banned without any authorities' orders. Still, as will be touched on later, the threat of the Hull has never fully gone away. Well, that sounds terrifying. They move in the dark? guess that's why we need this lit up facility. One of the most oft asked questions to historians of Alkia is this. Given how technologically advanced Alkans are, why have they not annihilated the Hall through warfare? This question, largely asked by low-class citizens sent out on reclaiming or scouting missions, is easily answered with higher-class insight. While Alkians have made incredible advances in areas of computing, communication, and architecture, there has been little reason to evolve warfare capabilities. What? This is not to say that such things have not been tried. Driving the Hall to extinction, after all, has been a goal of our race since we laid eyes on them. Since the Hall only unburied themselves from deep underground at night, several nighttime attacks were conducted on Hall hotspots using remote computer-guided explosions. The Hall, however, seemingly knowing their targets were in command, silos away, didn't emerge to face the attacks. In turn, we shifted our focus to using fleets of 001 class Alkians with shoulder-mounted explosive launchers all sent out at night. While this led to sufficient casualties on our end, it did the same for the Hall. Further, several smaller Hall were captured and made available for study. After several fleets of 001 class Alkans were killed, however, it became apparent that the amount of Hall we blew up was not putting a dent in their population. If anything, with how many of our soldiers were becoming food, this made things worse. In turn, we have settled into a status quo of bunkering down in our well-lit towers and using surveyor corps to rid ourselves of any individual Hull who have buried themselves near our residence. For several hundred Alkan rotations, this has been the case, and with only scant, isolated attacks on our building, this seemingly will continue until we find another habitable planet. This isn't to say that we have lost all hope. It is theorized that the Hall, too, have a civilization centered around a queen. Defeating them, in turn, could be as simple as killing their queen. Nobody has seen such a queen and lived to tell the tale, however. So she probably doesn't exist. Well, I think that was kind of the most important thing to read. Warfare and the history of the Hulls. Everything else is kind of, But let's go ahead and read this last one and butcher it like I've been doing. Alkia's miserable cohabitation with the Hull has been an embarrassment for high-class citizens throughout all of history because they don't do anything. The fact that so many of the lower classes must get eaten in this way is nothing short of brutal, we feel, and a way to stop it must be found. In turn, our race has set our sights on space. After the quantum computing revolution, great leaps have been made in the realm of aerospace engineering and simulation. We can now say this with confidence, that we have the ability to deploy and colonize other planets at a distance of many light Alkia rotations away. However, such a planet has yet to be found. This is because Alkians have a very specific set of conditions required to sustain life, with water and tropical temperatures chief among them. No planet that consistently has both of these factors has been discovered by Alkan astronauts, but the search continues. It is theorized that planets of similar geography would also have the capability to sustain life and thus produce signals. In turn, radio towers have become one of our race's most vital assets, as we comb the galaxy for anyone to listen to us, or give us something to listen to. So it's just gonna be butchered. Okay, this guy told us to go mine a terminal whirs to life next to the control pad. It is now daytime. Free passage granted. Would you like to disengage the airlock? Okay. This is probably where we start dying and shit. What? Ew. Ew. Why does it sound like that? What is this? What's that? Okay. Dude said we had to do something. Ooh. You look pretty rad. The blue exoskeleton. You're a 001 class, right? Shit. Don't tell any 003s this, but I hate my job so fucking much. Going out here with a gun, hoping I don't accidentally step into an open hall mouth. Is this really all there is? At least I'm not as bad off as you are, heading to that blasted radio tower and all. Good luck out there, buddy. Haven't seen anyone return from there yet. Jerk. Well, if I fail, somebody's gotta go. Hospital 17. No business here. Yet. Okay. This looks sinister as hell. Is this a hall hole? Since it sounds like they live in the ground. I wonder if they look like cats, because we look like mice. Let's just go ahead and see if there's anything. Ooh. I guess it's just something we'll get when we get in there. It is quite questionable. All these satellites. Sweat mark. You aren't sure if you want to enter, but you don't have a choice. Oh my god, sir. You're another 001 class, right? I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told everyone else. Stay the hell away from here. But I know you're not gonna listen. Not like you have a choice, I guess. I hear any 001 class that doesn't follow orders gets sundowned. Thought I would be spared from that treatment. Look at me now. A halt took a bite out of my midsection, and the only people sent in here are there to save the equipment, not me. But that's to be expected on this goddamn planet, isn't there? I agree, we're fucked. This guy is dying, so I don't want to be stupidly optimistic while he's not having a good time, so. I don't know. That makes two of us. 1 second we're woken up, thinking it's just to adjust some transmitter dials, and then come face to face with a hulking beast whose face is stuffed full of your coworkers. So, good luck out there. I wasn't expecting anyone to actually try and reclaim this place, so I put the whole thing on lockdown on my way out. Even broke the first floor lock mechanism. I'm sorry, but if you want any chance at getting to the transmitter on top, you'll have to fix that first. If only I knew that the 003s on top would have the gall to send an army to be slaughtered. I hope he, I bet we'll come back here and he's not. Okay. Alright, y'all. Given what lies ahead, you have a strong feeling you should save your progress. So close your eyes. It is now nighttime. Why is it nighttime? It was daytime, like 5 seconds ago. Please, free passage can be without approval of superior. Please contact blah for more assistance. Door is locked. Okay, so I didn't even see this. I'd probably spend like 10 minutes walking back and forth. But anyway, the front door to the radio tower has been unlocked. Well, oh my god, not this. Not the halo. Okay. Bitch, who is that? I'm gonna die. Who's that breathing then? This Alican is long dead and half eaten. Looking at his exoskeleton, he must have been a soldier sent in here just like you. I simply just don't like it. like that even less. Well, okay. Go around. Shit. Do not like it. I might scream. It's okay. Oh, fuck. Do you see that? Am I supposed to bait him out? They're bigger than us. Why don't I have a rocket launcher? What all can he hear? Look at him just standing there like a menace. Fuck. No. As long as they can't walk out here, you know? Y'all, I don't know what to say. You stay your ass in there, okay? There's nothing useful in this pile of trash. I would also say more, but all that damn screeching. Among the books here, you find a warning manual on dealing with hall invasions. It says, in the case of a hall takeover, just like right now, keep these things in mind. First, hall are most active in the dark. When faced with a bright light, most of them won't even have the energy to eat you. Second, hall come in an endless variety of shapes and sizes. There are fat ones that will chase you, ones that are blind, fat ones, small ones that just sit still all day. There's no way to predict what the hall will do. That brings us to my third point. Never underestimate them. Who would do that? Though they seem incapable of intelligent thought, there's a reason we have yet to wipe them off this planet. Don't become their next meal. It will only allow them to get stronger. Then what's the secret? You can't find anything useful here. You should look elsewhere. Like here? Among the books, you have a warning manual dealing with the event. Okay, y'all. Ha ha ha! Well, probably should have just stayed outside. The fuck? I was trying to get the repair kit in the closet next to that thing, and it lashed out with its tongue and hit me with such force that it damn near killed me. But it didn't even go for the finishing blow. That bitch must have eaten so many of our brothers that all he needed was a little bit of my blood as dessert. So now, having gorged itself, it just sits there, blinking. Well, what am I supposed to do? But I'm just creeped the fuck out. This artist is amazing. Okay. What? I thought I could interact with it, but I guess not. Please tell me I can move something. Look. Oh my god, stop touching it. Can I go behind him? Or will he still lack at me? Okay. Look. I mean, like, even if I went behind him and got this close, to walk in front of it is right in front of his mouth. So it's like, what would I need to put there? And there's not really anything I can interact with. Like, I don't have an an items menu. So maybe I should just go ahead and get my first death out the way. God. You search through the storage unit. Something in the corner catches your eye. Okay. I guess he wasn't gonna do anything to us. Okay. Fuck. What's the repair kit for? The door? Jesus. Okay, you asshole. Go, go, go. Y'all, I'm sweating. It's all so uncomfortable. It appears this was a door lock mechanism. Anyway, that guy broke it. Let's try fixing it with the repair kit. Oh my god, I probably should have saved first. It appears that you fixed it. God. However, it looks like you still need keycard A to use the mechanism. Okay. After some gummy bear courage. Shit. Come out. Oh my god. What the heck? What does that mean? He's dead and half eaten. Looking at his exoskeleton, he must have been a worker for the radio tower just like you. You can see a key card peeking out of a pocket on his torso. As soon as I grab that shit, I'm gonna have to walk through those obstacles all slow, right? Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god, that was unbearable. Annoying noise. Okay, we have the key card. Yes. So we use the key card. What does that even mean? Did anybody even make it this far besides that guy? Lord. There are some notes here. Would you like to read them? Yes. This is XM1435 writing. Put the whole floor into lockdown mode. Can only hope it'll prevent the hall from getting any higher. If you wish to undo this, please utilize the switches on this floor. You can find which ones to turn on by consulting an indicator light on the door and a manual that should be in one of these rooms. That is, if the hall don't get to you first. Godspeed, fellow Alikins. I will now prepare to make my escape. I had time to write this note. Oh, the lockers are still a thing. In Time is Solid, you can travel through lockers as well. It appears you have yet to configure this room switch properly. So the switches are to open these doors, to find the manual, to do something. Okay, we're gonna switch the yellow light on. Jeez. Okay, he's got a key card. Ooh, he's still alive. My key card. Wait, you aren't going out here, are you? How did you even get in? Lord, you just had to talk. They were lying in wait then out there. I'm sorry. You are fucked. He's like, man, thank God I'm dead. Time to get in the damn locker. That was lucky. I did not remember any of that, but okay. A box of decommissioned radio equipment. This isn't what you are looking for. I would bring them back something and be like, This looks to be some instructions here. The manual, okay. If the control panel indication light is flashing blue, flip the blue switch into the on position and all others off. God. If the control panel indication light is flashing red, flip the red and yellow switch into the on position and all others off. Oh my god. So now all of them are on. Oh, fuck. Congratulations. Shit. This Alikin is dying. Looking at his exoskeleton, he must have been at work for the radio tower. He doesn't have anything to say. I wouldn't either. This Alikin is long dead and half eaten. There's something in here. I'm trying to prepare for a scare. Close your eyes. Something strange is happening, we mean. We're gonna have to run, aren't we? Fuck. Yeah, we're gonna have to run. Given how you just recently opened it to get in here, you sense that something may be wrong. Of course. Fuck. Well. I was angry and I hit the keyboard. Are you the queen? How did she do that? Oops. I should have saved. Hold on. Close your eyes. This is the radio equipment. The box should include a receiver and a transmitter. You finally made it. Was it worth it? Or you could have been sundowned. Is it worse than being eaten? That noise. Something tells you it sounds a bit different than usual radio static. You've been told it has never happened before, but could it be a signal from another planet? You decide to put in your earpiece auto translator. Is a message from the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, also known as SETI. We write in hopes of making contact with another sentient species. We understand that this message may be hard to interpret, so we will now relay what we call prime numbers as a universal show of intelligence. 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. We feel that will suffice as proof. We only know those 5 letters, those 5 numbers. Further transitions will include more such displays. We hope this message does not fall on deaf ears, and that new horizons will soon rise among the galaxy. That is all for now. This signal has been relayed as part of the SETI Institute. University of California, Berkeley. You will find us in the United States, on a planet called Earth, in transmission. We are rats. Probably. It looks like, for the first time in Alkean history, another hospitable planet has been found. But, what do you do now? See, we need a jetpack. You have reached the end of this game's demo. Thanks for playing. We could not have done this without the support of players like you. Please stay tuned for the final product's release. Alright, so that was Cohabitation. That's way more RPG, in a way, than the other one. You still kind of walking around like in a simulator kind of thing and just kind of reading about the lore. But yeah, this is more different than Time is Solid here. This is more horrific and Time is Solid is more psychological, so this one has more scares to be had. And again, like, their sound design has really come somewhere. The music was always good, but the sound design of the creatures and stuff is kind of cool, so it just feels like Ione though. But I'll be waiting on the full release. I don't know if I'll play it for the channel because I'm really bad at games like this and it takes me a long time to like get anywhere and I get really scared, so I might do it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.